Thank you everyone for taking the time to tune in today. Today's episode of the Topping Show is proudly sponsored by Topping Technologies. Topping Technologies is an IT value-added reseller and services company with a special proficiency in IT security. Heck, I see their founder at least twice a day. I say he's quite handsome and brilliant. He's me, see that's the joke. If you're an IT leader or a business owner, you can reach out to the team at sales@toppingtechnologies.com. Also trying to get to 4,000 subscribers by the end of the month. So if you can click that button and tell your friends, I would greatly appreciate it. Now going over to the business part of the podcast, you have Honda. Well, they announced that their Acura division will make an EV that will be like the NSX, a super EV for all 18 prospective buyers. Now this comes to us thanks to electrek.com, which appropriately named website to talk about electric vehicles. And this little artistic rendering looks kind of interesting. This comes to us thanks to a writer over there by the name of Jameson Dow. They say, quote, Acura confirms NSX like EV sports car for the production in 2027, 2028, which again, Honda owns. I was about to say very similar, exactly like how Toyota has the Lexus division for their luxuries. Now, the front looks pretty, it looks, like a sports car, I suppose. You see, it's following the trend of having the long light bar go around the entire front of the vehicle. Now they say, quote, Acura will make an NSX type electric supercar, expecting it to bring market 2021, 27, 2028. This according to Acura Global Executive Shinji Ahokama. They say the Honda NSX sports car, which was sold in the US as the Acura NSX, made a splash in the 90s with popular styling, handling, and use of new technologies such as aluminum monocoque. It stood for New Sports Car Experimental, showing Honda's intent to dive into future technologies with the model. Well, back then, it was also really revolutionary for being a reliable sports car, which Ferrari and Lamborghini, while many would argue have better styling, well, pretty much a joke when it comes to reliability, very similar to many American cars these days. And again, it was revolutionary at the time. And of course, back then, they had the good old three pedals, also known as a manual transmission, though a lot of sports cars enthusiasts weren't really happy that it had a V6, which, traditionally speaking, sports cars don't have V6s. They have V8s, V10s, or V12s. Or if you get a nice Bugatti, you get a V16, or the previous generation was actually a W16 engine configuration. Unfortunately, more and more automotive manufacturers are acquiescing towards hybrids and EVs. They think it's the future, or more accurately, the government is bullying them to do that as well. Now, they did bring back the NSX, which, they brought back in 2016. Now, at that time, it's funny, Electric kind of complains. It had no plug-in capability at the time, unfortunately. They say, well, they claim it's going to be, let's see here. I was going to say, the video is probably infinitely more interesting than what I have to say. Let's see here. Maximize that. So the end title to the end text is it says Acura Electric Vision Performance Electrified. Which, again, Honda thinks it's just a good idea to put their company into all EV direction, like many other companies, copying them, or vice versa. Actually, they think that's going to be the future, even though the biggest growing consumer preference is hybrids at the moment, in regard to the U.S. market specifically as well. I mean, on the outside, it looks kind of cool, and it has some giant light bars. Actually, I'm a little biased because I love green. Light looks like the lights actually glow a little greenly. That's a little unique for all the accents to it. Now, I'm not sure. I mean, just given Honda's resource allocation, the kind of their how usually risk averse they are, I'm actually surprised they're doing this at all. But I mean, it's not gonna be the fastest one. I don't think they'll pass Rimac or any of the other the super performance EV companies. I don't know. Maybe I just like trying to think of the right words here. In order to subvert expectations, sometimes you have to be radically different than everyone else in the crowd. I don't think Acura would ever do this, which is also why I think it would work so great. But again, right now, in terms of the market, in terms of sports cars, supercars, I mean, there are very, 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 very few options with the stick shift. And I know this not most people don't want that. But again, this is a niche product. Now, if you're on a big engine stick shift, you have Aston Martin. There's one. And if you want that many cylinders, if you want a stick shift, how many are really left? You have Gordon Murray's new iteration of what, well, he was a brilliant engineer behind the McLaren F1. But again, how crazy would it be if they have this, it just blows everyone's minds by saying, "Oh yeah, by the way, it's got a V12 and a stick shift." I mean, with that styling, with that drivetrain, that powertrain would be that'd be legendary. Again, I don't think they'll ever actually do it, but if you really want to get some headlines, again, it's not going to be a high volume vehicle by any means. By any means, but yeah, to me that'd be really cool to be that much of a contrarian to the whole automotive industry. But let me know. I mean, do you think this will sell more successfully than the 2016 iteration of the Acura NSX? And I mean, how's it going to differentiate itself from the competition? Again, research and development, how has been much more conservative throughout the years. I'm not sure how much realistically going to put into this, but let me know in the comments. As always, be fascinated to hear what you have to say. Thank you everyone for taking the time to tune in. Again, trying to get 4,000 subscribers by the end of the month. So if you can click that button, I really appreciate it. Also, give me a thumbs up or thumbs down or a comment is a great way to give me some additional feedback, letting me know how I can make the show better and better. Lastly, don't forget to take the time to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, tell anyone and everyone. Just stay safe, fight the good fight.